Hey everyone, my name is Daniel and indie game dev from Germany. In this new video I will give you 10 tips for game development. So let's start with tip number 1. All good games started out as a very simple, unpolished, ugly prototype. You should really create a prototype for your game idea. It lets you test out if the idea and mechanics of your game are fun without spending too much time on the art, music, effects and stuff, so it's less effort wasted when you throw the game idea away because it's not fun. Good games are often made when there's creativity, and the worst thing to do is to be creative, then it's working all the time 24/7. Take a break, it lets you stay more motivated about the project and you're also most likely more creative. And both these things really help for a better outcome. As an indie dev, you are really limited with your budget and resources, so you can't make a new and unique mechanic for every single level in your game like AAA studios do. You better take one mechanic for a whole area and then push this to the creative limits. From a player perspective, I actually like this more than a new mechanic for each level because it leads to really fun situations and you can experience really creative stuff. And yes, I know this following sentence is easier said than done. Stand out from the others. You can do this with a unique art style, mechanics, audio style or similar things. This is not always easy as you need to be quite creative for this or quite talented, but with more and more practice you get the hang of standing out from the others. Good and fun games are often just good and fun because they're really polished. Polishing takes time and you really need to do this for your game. You should spend a lot of your time on polishing, around 30 to 50%. Polishing includes making it visually appealing, making it sound good, making it feel good, aka game juice, and also making it work really well, which means mainly no bugs in the game. Simplicity is key to create a great experience. It makes the world more clear and your game easier and faster to learn. When you handle it well, you can make your game easy to learn and understand and challenging to master, which is a pretty good curve in my opinion. As said in tip number 3, the simplicity leads to expanding a mechanic to the limits and coming up with really creative things. Many people say that you need to be original, and I agree with that, but you can take ideas and mechanics from many different games and put it together to get unique and original composition. Even there are ideas from already existing games. You don't need to have everything in your game to be original, as this is almost impossible. You just couldn't use a jump, or you would need to invent a complete new movement mechanic when you're not allowed to use anything that already exists. Okay, this will be hard, but don't make your dream game. As long as your dream game is not really possible to make because you don't have enough knowledge and skill to make this dream game. But what I advise you is making a more simplified version of your dream game. Just scale down the game and how many elements are there, like enemies, items and stuff like this. Then when you're still very motivated about the game, when finishing the simple version, you can expand this version and maybe even go to the size it used to be. This tip here is key to work in a team, but you should also know this as a solo dev as well. So the worst thing that could happen to your game is that you as a creator don't have a clear vision of what your game is. Basically, you don't know what your game is. When not having a clear vision of your game, you most likely change decisions every day and never really work with the same goal as an outcome in mind. For teams, it quickly happens that you get confused really quickly if the vision is not clear. If you don't know what the others are thinking, what the game is, but you think something different, and in the worst case, the team members get angry with each other, which doesn't lead to the best outcome in the end. Motivation is key to finally finish your game. When you're really unmotivated, you probably give up making your game and cancel it. My favorite way of staying motivated is just to variate my time. I like having different tasks which I can switch between then. So every day I work on something a little bit different, so I don't feel like I'm working 1 month long on the same thing and there's no progress and it's always the same. You know what I mean. I hope you found something useful for you. If you enjoy my content, you can subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you get notified when a new video releases. I also have a Discord server, so if you want to talk with some really cool game devs, you can do it right there. See you next time. Cheers.